My name's Garry Davies, I'm 35, I live just outside York, and I'm the MD of McClarrons Insurance Brokers. We're a general insurance broker focusing on four main sectors within the farm and rural community, care and social welfare, private clients, and then we do a lot in the commercial sector, from your SMEs right up to your corporates. We try and provide specialist individual advice to each of those sectors and our clients, and underpin that with the in-house claims team should the worst happen. I think the biggest appeal was just having another voice in the business. So there's only two in our board. We often find ourselves agreeing and getting on and understanding what our challenges are and coming out with solutions, but I was worried that that might become a bit of an echo chamber. So the idea of having an additional board to bounce ideas off was really quite appealing. There's no two ways around it. TAB does take up some of your time, and there is certainly months or times where I felt, God, I am too busy, or maybe I don't have a compelling enough topic. But every single time I've gone to TAB, I've come out feeling a lot better than I went in. And sometimes actually it's the other people's topic that you learn a lot from. So I would suggest that it is worth your time, even though sometimes, it might feel it won't be. How easy was it to be open? It takes a bit of time, definitely, to open up in front of the other TAB members and sort of admit some of your flaws or some of the areas that you have challenges in, but equally, you get what you put into it, and the more open you can be, the more value you'll receive. So I'd encourage you, if you are in the TAB board, to be open. You just got to find your way of getting there. So our facilitator and board are, I think, extremely important to holding yourself accountable, and it's done in an encouraging way. It doesn't need to be earth-shattering actions each month. It could just mean holding each other accountable to progress, to a challenge or an opportunity, and sometimes that's really helpful. I suppose if you're leading a business or you're in a smaller team, actually it's quite easy to avoid some of the more difficult conversations or actions that you need to take on. So having the board and knowing that each month you've got to come back in front of your peers and say, I haven't done it, is quite a nice tool to have in the locker to hold you accountable to moving things forward. I think the difference in the accountability is that it reminds you that you have to do some of the things that you set out to do. You've gone to the board with a particular topic. It's obviously important to you. You've got advice, and having that TAB board around you to make sure that you are held accountable to do some of the things that you might feel uncomfortable doing is a good thing, and it's only going to support the benefit of the business in the long run. I think the ways in which TAB have helped me, sort of as a business leader and personally, is just giving me clarity on some of the decisions I need to make or want to make. Equally, I've gone in there quite headstrong on what I think I know and what I think I want to do, and it's just helped me change and see different perspective. And often I've come out there, looking to achieve something very differently or act on something in a different direction. So I think just giving me clarity on my own thoughts and helping me sort of make the decisions I need to make. I think the value in TAB for me is being a more rounded leader or manager. Having that sounding board and knowing that I have that allocated time each month to speak to someone and just reaffirm some of my thoughts has helped me sort of improve on my communication and my sort of strategic thoughts. So ultimately it's added a lot of value to the business and me individually. So there's been lots of challenges that TAB have helped me overcome over the years. I think more recently, as we've continued to grow, and we've grown quite quickly over the last few years, equally appointed a lot of new people, we've had to change the structure of the business and make sure we get that right for longevity. And I think I've definitely got a lot of support from the people who have worked in bigger organisations in our TAB board, who have given me guidance on what's worked and what's not, what the pitfalls might be when you change such big things like your organisation chart, to ensure that we get it right for the long term. And I think that was a topic for a long time in TAB for me, is just making sure that I'm placing people in the right position in the business and giving them the best chance to succeed for our long-term success. So I would say that's probably one of the biggest challenges it's helped me overcome. How has TAB helped me with my work-life balance? So it's a bit of a running joke, but I definitely take more holiday. But no, seriously, I think It's made me realise that the sky won't fall when I leave the office, and actually the benefit of taking time out to give other people an opportunity to step up in my absence, and I've definitely seen that from a lot of our team. So yeah, I think just playing on the wisdom of others and making me realise that actually you can afford a little bit more time out of the business for yourself and get comfortable with it. Since being a member of TAB, our turnover and profit has improved year on year. Organically we're growing consistently by around 8-9% year on year, which is a good for us. It's manageable. It means that we can keep servicing and we can plan ahead for future growth as well. So yeah, we've grown year on year being a member.